Okay, it's 27th of July today, a great day when they're performing Beethoven's Ninth at the Albert Hall. Oh, and the Olympics kick off as well. Yeah, anyway, I'm just going to do a catch up on, just going to do a release of the tree ties on these 106 grafts I did. Behind me, by the way, is one of our plum trees. You remember last year, plum trees, broken branches.
Well, there's one.
There's about
Oh,
5 plums.
I think it's another one.
There's about 5 plums in this tree. Last year we had to cut 8 or 9 plums out of 10. 80-90% of the plums out of this tree to stop branches breaking. And we still had some branches breaking. There's one there. See, that's the kind of branches that were broken off with the sheer weight of plums. Oh look, there's another. Oh,
There's a plum.
there's a plum. Yeah. Anyway, I'm out today to release some tree ties. Julia's obviously driven me out here. I'm just working out I can do this best. Right, now these are the Malling Merton 106 rootstocks, which I did a video, I think it was 2 years ago, actually showing how we made these. Basically, there was a tree that needed to be dug up, and well, it had been dug up and the roots had been left in the ground. Well, the tree had been sawn down, the roots had been left, and it sent a lot of shoots up. And those shoots, I dug the shoots up and planted them out here. And then I grafted them. I grafted these. Now, unfortunately, they've not been weeded. And there's a terrible tendency of work not to do itself, you know. Like you have to do it, or else it doesn't get done. I don't know if anyone else has noticed that. But anyway, I grafted these and now I'm releasing them. I know we've had some discussion about the benefits of using parafilm, and yes, parafilm is very good. I've got some somewhere. I used it once and it worked very well. But anyway, I'm setting that argument to one side, or have it if you like, in the comment section. Here's a Darcy Spice. It's labelled. If I graft a lot of trees of one variety, say I'm grafting, say 15 Winter King, and if I'm in a hurry, I might just label one at one end and one at the other Winter King, and therefore I assume that all ones in between are Winter King. But on this occasion I grafted a number of other ones. If you look at close here, this isn't done badly. Subtle graft. That's the pencil that was grafted in between my little finger and my index finger. And above it is a new growth. So, hey, yeah, for the good old...
And what time of year did you graft that stem?
It would have been April. Anyway, I'm just sitting this. Use a very sharp knife. I generally use an open number 6 for this. This is not my favourite walnut one. This is just a regular beech one. Very good little knives. They're so cheap you can afford to have a number of them. I'm going to cut through the... See that splits open there? It's
under quite a lot of pressure, isn't it?
Yeah. You can see it's beginning to dig in. Timing's crucial on these. This should have been done a little while ago. I joked with Julia once, you know, we haven't actually given a name to our farm, but I was thinking of naming it Should Have Been Done 3 weeks ago farm, because that's the expression we use very often out here. Anyway, close up, you can see that's a nice little saddle graft. Give me the camera and I'll sort of take it all the way around there, and you can see it's very, very, very nice healing. You can see it's digging in very slightly just there. Anyway, sorry, give it back to you, Julia, and I'll do a few more. Tool bag, yeah. There's another Darcy Spice. That's not grown badly, has it? Again, another little cut here, working slowly. I don't want to cut into the bark. If you do, it doesn't matter very much. I've never killed a graft by cutting into the bark while doing the release. There's probably a better way of doing it than this. Feel free to add in the comment section and link to any videos.
That sort of healed into the cambium, isn't it?
Yeah, it got stuck in underneath there. But again, I think you can see that's healed beautifully.
And
this is a
May. On that one.
Yep, there's a May Queen over here. Now this growth here, I could snip that out. I could actually snick this bit out for neatness, but I'm not going to, because this is so photosynthesizing. This is adding to the strength of the tree. Here's another one over here. This is May Queen. May Queen, by the way, is a very highly recommended variety. I know people listen to the advice I give, which is very humbling, very humbling. So I try to be careful what advice I actually give in case people act on it. You know, I might be responsible. But May Queen I will say that this is a variety which ought to be grown more, and there are three reasons for that. One, it's got a really good flavour. Two, it's got very long natural ability to store. It will store a very long time. And three, because it's a very, very rare variety indeed. And this, again, this saddle graft was taken very nicely, but it's just a little bit constricted there, so which means now is a good time to be taking these off. 2 weeks ago would have been marginally better. Again, you can see where I slit that. It pulls itself open. Again, though I say it myself, the camera does not lie, and that has taken beautifully. You can perhaps see why the saddle graft is my favourite graft. All the ones we've looked at so far have taken, and they look clean, and have healed very well along the whole length of them.
It gives a nice stable graft, doesn't it?
It does.
And also you don't get that dog leg that you can with the bud grafting.
Yeah, here's another one. It's the May Queen here. Just going to take this off.
It's a rootstock.
Yeah, because this is coming up off below. I'm going to do this out carefully. Yeah, that one's coming off below the union, so therefore it's rootstocks. I don't want it. And this is rootstock as well. I think doing this with a knife, a very sharp knife, is neater and there's a cleaner edge than the secateurs. However, you've got to be awfully careful because otherwise you'll whiz through the.
I noticed you were bracing your thumbs on each other to stop yourself whizzing through and
yeah,
cutting.
I always do that. Again, that's taken nice. This May Queen, that's taken nicely. And this one is this is a very dodgy little specimen here. This is called Bellis. Roger, if you're watching, this is the last survivor, but one. A friend of mine, good Roger Bellis, asked me to graft some wood from a tree from the house that he was leaving that was going to be cut down, and the only wood he was able to send me was of very poor quality. I'm not criticising him for that, but that's so often the case. So I did my absolute best to graft it, and this is the best I was able to achieve. In fact, it was from a previous year, but it's a long story and not really interesting. But I hope very sincerely, Roger, if you're watching, I'll try to contact you, but I couldn't get through you on your phone. I'm hoping that this will, in fact, succeed, and I'll be able to. I don't know anything about this apple, except that it was growing in the garden of my friend, Mr. Bellis.
We often find that if we're asked to take grafting wood from old, dying trees, it's very difficult to get a decent pencil of young, vigorous wood from them.
Usually,
which is possibly where the
we
chip
usually
budding
end up,
technique would come in handy, wouldn't
we
it?
usually end up being given deplorable quality wood. That's not a criticism of anybody, it's just a recognition
That's
of
the way it is.
the facts as we find them. Okay, lack of success here. This is, you want to take a look? Right, that's a graft. That's a cleft graft by the look of it, and it's dead. All right, so that's what happens sometimes.
And it's a very thin piece of wood, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's
tell you
why
what,
you've done it as a cleft graft.
Yeah, that was very poor quality wood probably. Well, what I'm going to do, pardon me, just remove that. Just cut it back to a single branch, let that grow away.
And take the identification label off, which is no longer relevant.
I'll do that later.
So that's now rootstock.
Here's another one that's failed. Again, Brownlee's russet. 2 brown. So somebody sent me some Brownlee's russet through the post, and
thin,
it didn't make it. Okay, it didn't make it. Here's another one over here. I can't easily reach that with the secateurs, so I'll just snick off like that. What's that variety? What's it say down here? Oh, it says Lord Lambourne, that can't be right. Oh, that's Brownlee's russet. Oh, good,
so
good.
Good.
That's at least a bit of Brownlee's russet. Well, I'll just now this is when you're into danger, because I'm leaning over a bit here. I'm just afraid I might hurt, so I might damage some. I'll do that creep over. I can actually kneel. I can actually crawl around on my knees. Just can't put any weight on my. I just can't put any weight on my right foot until this wretched injury has healed, which I've got an appointment at the clinic on Monday, so we'll find out how that's going.
Is there no label on that one?
I cannot see a label on it, which is obviously very annoying.
As all the others around it are brown leaves, do we assume it's a
Now
brown
that's
leaf?
quite possible. It's surrounded by brown leaves.
And it's
Russet,
thin wood
isn't
as well,
it?
like.
Now it's growing out. It's got two. It's broken, split into two, which isn't good really. However, my main concern this year is survival, so I'm just going to look after it and let it grow, and I will do any formative pruning which is necessary during the winter. That's another needs to go here. Yeah, so anyhow, so you can see what I'm doing. Probably it may be irrelevant for me to show many more because they're all roughly similar. I haven't got complete success. Success with this grafting, it depends on a number of things. I'll show you this one close up actually, because it's the top wood that was grafted on the scion wood was considerably thicker than the lower wood, which meant some quite tricky work there, but it has succeeded, you can see, I think. Yeah. Okay, probably not much point me showing you the rest of what's going on, but these, so this is a video essentially of the little Ballingmerton 106 rootstocks, which I raised myself here, planted out and I've grafted on, and this is part of the wood, the sort of scion wood exchange which we did. People kindly sent me some scion wood, I sent them some scion wood, and yeah, so might do that again this year, but frankly I'm still recovering from this injury, and I'm going to be recovering from it, all the backlog of work that this injury has prevented me from doing right through the winter, so probably I may not end up doing a scion wood exchange, but I'll get back on that. Okay, over and out.